Meena here, extending a very warm welcome to my channel. Korean natural farming focuses on enriching the soil or the potting mix with indigenous microorganisms, bacteria and fungi without the usage of chemical fertilizers or pesticides. Making lab serum, where lab stands for lactobacillus bacteria, is an integral part of Korean natural farming. In the first two videos in the three-part series, I've explained the step 1 and step 2 in the process of making lab. I hope you watched these two videos. In the last video, I'll present the usage scenarios for the lab serum that you made and the benefits that accrue to plants and soil. For plants, the standard dilution that is recommended is just 1 ml of lab serum per liter of water. This may be used for both root application as well as foliar spray. Some people do recommend a higher concentration, say 3 to 5 ml per liter of water. I always recommend start with a high dilution and try out the spray or the root application on a small patch in 1 or 2 plants in your garden. Observe if there are any side effects like leaves getting burnt or leaves curling up, etc. And then increase the concentration very gradually. Lab acts as an excellent compost accelerator too. You may just add 10 to 20 ml of lab in 1 liter of water and spray it on your aerobic composting pile. I use lab extensively in bokashi bran making. Bokashi is a composting technique that involves anaerobic fermentation in the first phase and aerobic decomposition in the second phase. In anaerobic decomposition, we apply bokashi bran which has been laced with lab. So for the making of bokashi bran, we use 10 ml of lab per kg of bran, be it any kind of brown matter like rice bran or wheat bran, etc. Lab is a key ingredient in bokashi bran making. Sometimes the compost that we add to the soil may not be fully done. It's called immature compost, and that can deplete the nitrogen and oxygen in the soil as decomposition continues. Lab can reduce the damage to the compost by neutralizing the ammonia gas produced by immature compost. Lab is very effective for animals, both your pet animals at home as well as the livestock in farm. Lab helps to digest the food. It results in better absorption of nutrients and results in higher resistance to disease. It helps to prevent harmful bacteria in food and water that animals consume. At the same time, it greatly enhances their intestinal gut flora. You can just add enough to be effective. In fact, once a lab is diluted, soak the feed in the solution for many days. By allowing the feed to soak, the food is literally pre-digested when it gets to the animals. Lab is very effective when used with fish tank or fish ponds. You may just spray it in your fish tank. If you have a pond that averages 20 meters wide by 30 meters long by 2 meters deep, which is around 1200 cubic meters, you will add roughly 1 liter of lab. The microbes will digest the fish waste. They clean up the water and they improve the water quality. They allow fish to grow larger because the digestive efficiency of the fish is improved, and hence it allows for higher population of fish in the same amount of water. Lab is a great odor neutralizer. You may dilute lab as 2 to 3 tablespoons per liter of water and apply it where you require greater odor control, like animal pens, dog crates, kennels, or even shoebox trays. You may spray it on animal bedding in order to prevent or reduce odor as well as illness. Lab is very useful in cleaning clogged drains. You may dilute it to a few tablespoons per liter of water. The dilution actually depends upon the obstruction. You may pour the diluted water into the drain in order to clear the clogs. For drains which are semi-clogged, like a sink that drains progressively slower, use it at night and allow it to work overnight. We may apply organic fertilizer. To our plants, but plants don't use organic nutrients directly. Microorganisms like lab convert organic nutrients to their inorganic constituents, like a cook, so the plants can absorb them better. Application of lab can also accelerate the decomposition of organic amendments that you may add to the soil. This will enhance the release of plant nutrients for better absorption. We want our soil to be well ventilated. We don't want anaerobic soil because the pathogenic organisms are predominantly anaerobic. Also, roots require oxygen. Lab are facultative anaerobes. That means they can live in both anaerobic as well as aerobic environment. If the soil is ventilated, that is, it is aerobic, they will breathe in the oxygen. But if the soil is anaerobic, they ferment and they start bubbling, which will create a lot of pore spaces, and those pore spaces can then fill up with oxygen. So effectively, they ventilate the soil that is about to go anaerobic, and they help a soil that is already well ventilated. You all know that yogurt or curds is made by fermenting milk with lab. Consume curds, we are introducing probiotic organisms into our own gut. Do the same for plants as well. Where is the plant's gut? It's actually there in the soil all around the roots and also on its leaf and stem surface. So we can introduce probiotics into the plant's guts by adding diluted lab to the soil or by spraying diluted lab on the leaves. As probiotics, lab facilitates a higher population of beneficial life forms in the soil, and the thriving beneficials will crowd out the non-beneficials. So the harmful bacteria and fungi will get faded out. To summarize, when the soil is well ventilated, teeming with a lot of beneficial microbes and reduced population of harmful bacteria, and with enhanced absorption of nutrients, your plants are definitely going to grow better with a lot of resistance to illness, and the yield also will be improved. An interesting observation is that lab adjusts the fluids within the plants, and they harden the bodies even during the rainy season. So the capacity to withstand heavy rains is improved, and this is very important during the monsoon time. Be it in farm or container gardening, use lab predominantly during the vegetative phase, that is the initial growing stages of your plants. Reduce the usage during flowering or fruiting stages. Also, do not use lab too frequently to fruiting plants. It's found that the sweetness of the fruits, the yield, the drops. You may also pre-soak the seeds in diluted lab before sowing. Recommended frequency for application of lab is once per week for your plants, but you may even do once a fortnight if you are applying other kinds of nutritions. If you are using Panchagavya, I would suggest to reduce or minimize the usage of lab, because Panchagavya itself contains lab. Also, follow the dilution of 1 ml per liter initially, and avoid very high concentration because it may result in burning of leaves or curling up of leaves. To summarize, making the lab serum at home is extremely easy. It calls for very little time, effort or money. I wish you all a wonderful journey in making lab serum at home. I hope you benefit a lot by using the same in your garden, farm, animals, fish, and also in your composting. Thank you for watching my videos. Have a wonderful day.